Go
This
ahead.
is your girl, Raja Nee, and I'm shouting out the Urban Influencer, the largest platform for independent artists. And I can't lie, my favorite platform for independent artists.
I am Missy E, the party doll, and I want to thank you all for locking in this evening for the Urban Influencer Radio. I have the pleasure of talking with and just having a conversation with a talented Regine. Am I saying that correct?
Raja Nee.
Rajane. So where did that name come from?
So that name was given to me by my producer when I first started working on the record Hot and Ready. His name is Otto, and he was like, "What do you like?" I said, "Reggae." He said, "Reggae, nay, reggae, Rajane," and I was like, "That's it." And then I found out later it actually meant born as a ruler.
Wow. Okay. So are you a ruler?
Yeah, I am. I'm a leader,
Mhm.
in my domain, not my husband. Now wait, now he's the leader, he's the head, but I mean as far as my music and things that I like to do and how I like things done, absolutely,
Okay.
absolutely.
So what is your sign? I'm gonna get all off in your business. What's your sign?
Virgo.
You're a
Virgo.
Virgo for real? What's your birthday?
Yes.
Well, don't tell me the
August
year.
20. August
August
20. I ain't
20th.
telling you. August 26th.
Okay, so you and my daughter have a matching birthday.
Are you serious?
Yes.
That's
Yes.
amazing. Yours is in August too?
No, my daughter's birthday is in August.
Oh, that's amazing.
So
I can tell
y'all,
you all about her.
yes, so that means that you guys are don't cross you.
It's the truth.
Don't
Not
cross you.
once.
Do not cross you. You guys are hard workers. How many jobs you got?
Two,
Just
three, three.
okay. Hard
I have a
workers.
regular 9 to 5. I have me as an artist, and then I have a record label where I work with other artists.
Okay, see,
Three.
see. Um, you guys are perfectionists.
Oh yes, I have it bad. Honestly, I have an issue. I admit it. My name is Rajane, and I have an issue.
But you guys know how to have a good time too.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely,
Mhm. So,
absolutely.
so yeah,
I'm kind of
you and my daughter, yeah.
no. So if you know her, you know me, because yeah, one
Yes,
and the
yes.
same. Yes,
And
absolutely.
she, I would also say that she's the one that keeps everybody together. So
The
if
glue.
she, yep, she's the glue. So usually she will check on everybody. So is that you? Check on everybody.
I'm the baby, and I try to make sure everybody is okay. I do.
Hmm.
I'm the baby of my family. I have 4 older brothers and 4 older sisters.
Okay.
With one of each being deceased, and yeah, I'm
Sorry.
like, I'm the one that they know they can call. They know that I'm the dependable one that they can count on.
You have been in this business for a very long time.
Yes, ma'am. Nobody knows that. They think I'm new, but I'm
Right. And
definitely
that's what,
not.
and when I looked at the stuff, I was like, okay, so what happened?
Life happened.
Okay.
Um,
So you had this
so
career, you were signed by Jimmy Jam, Terry Lewis.
you know,
You had a couple of hits. So what happened?
so I there was a lot of stuff going on with the label. Um, unbeknownst to me. But I came home to get a Chicago Home Jam Award from one of the radio stations. And when I got here, my mother didn't want me to go back. And I was like,
Mhm,
yeah, I got a whole career, a whole life in LA, and
mhm,
she was like, I just want you to stay home. And she was starting to become ill and older. And I
mhm.
chose my mother over my career.
Wow.
She was, I
Wow.
mean, what was my career important? Yes, but I only get one mother. I figured, you know, at sometimes maybe I could start my career again, but I had to come home and take care of my mother. She wanted me home. I came home.
Okay. So did with you taking that choice and now when did you decide, okay, I think I want to do this again?
So when I went home to take care of my mother, I was kind of like on the kind of turned off from music end. You know, I was just like, yeah, forget music. I work a regular job at the height of my career. I walked away
Mm-hmm.
and started working a regular job, just a regular person. And I just didn't want to do music. I didn't want to hear it. I didn't want to listen to it. I was just turned off. And then one of my friends called me. He was like, he had a jingle house. He has a jingle house here in Chicago. He's like, come do some commercials for me. And I said, okay. And that started it all over again. I started doing those jingles. I was like, let me start back writing. So um, I started back writing and recording in my house. And I was just stacking the stuff, just stacking it, not doing anything with it. Then I went to school and I got a couple of degrees and was still and stacking it. And then I ended up getting married, and my husband was like, "Hey, either you gonna get off the pot."
Okay. Okay. Okay.
You know what I'm saying? He said, "Because you spend." Okay, so I put an EP together, and I did a record release party that was freaking amazing. I was like, if a couple of my friends come, I'll be happy. It was standing room only. They couldn't
Wow.
even let nobody else in. And I was like, look at God, won't he do it? Because, you know, it's him. It ain't got nothing to do with
Mhm.
me. It's all him, you know?
Interesting. So, jingles, let's talk about that because what people don't know is that that's very lucrative.
Let me
And
tell
that's
you,
what people don't understand. Like people,
I'm gonna be
when I,
honest.
uh-huh.
I'm gonna be honest. I was in the booth. I think it was for a S curl commercial because you know we back in the day. I was in there 5 minutes and I made like $10,000 in 5 minutes.
Wow.
Not to mention all the other checks that kept coming. So I was like, yeah, you need me to do some more jingles? I'm coming. You know, I just started doing, you know, jingles for him. And I don't know, it just made me fall in love all over again. I mean, I love music. It's like that's the one place that I can go to find some peace other than
Hmm.
God. That's my place of peace, writing and producing and singing. Love it.
So I'm going to ask this question. What is your most famous jingle?
Uh I want to say it was the S curl commercial did. Uh, the S curl commercial did good, but famous brand.
Hmm.
I want to say it was Jimmy Dean sausage.
Okay. Okay.
Jimmy
So are
Dean,
you
Bob Evans. Ooh, my bad. Sorry, Jimmy Dean, Bob Evans.
Bob Evans? So are you still doing jingles?
No,
Okay.
no.
All right.
I would like to though. Anybody out there doing jingles, call me. I do
Because again, people don't realize how lucrative
them.
that is.
You
That's
could actually
amazing.
make a living off of, well, I mean, I told you 5 minutes. I mean, it was
Hmm.
so quick. I couldn't believe it. And I saw that first check and I was like, whoa, you know, and the royalty checks from jingles, amazing. I also, two of my songs off my first CD landed on Xbox One. It did a live volleyball.
I saw that.
Gaming,
I saw that in your bio.
lucrative. Yep,
Right.
lucrative also. Very
Okay.
lucrative.
So I hear in your conversation, you are very spiritual,
No doubt.
very spiritual. You are
No
married.
doubt.
Um, you love music. You are a Virgo. So what do you want people to know that they don't know about you?
This might be a little hard to believe, but I really am a loner.
Okay.
um, when I'm not doing music or I'm not doing interviews, I am locked in my bedroom watching reality TV, um, cooking shows, home shows, Housewives of Atlanta, those kind of things.
Mm-hmm. Okay,
I
well,
love those shows.
that's not a bad thing. That is
Yeah,
not a
I
bad
love
thing at
those.
all. Because I mean, I personally think it's a good thing because that's what I would be doing at home, watching TV by myself
Yeah, that's
and
it. I
not
mean, I
talking,
like,
not answering the phone, not talking to anybody.
yeah, and if it's a show I really like, I'm like, yo, I'm not answering the phone. If you calling at this time, I'm not answering because I'm like knee deep in my shows. But I really like being by myself. I do. I
Okay.
like because it's time for me to reflect. Um, and I'm always working, even though I'm not working. I'm working. Because
Mm-hmm.
I'm thinking of what am I going to do next. What am I going to create? What am I going to create next? What's going to be my next venture? I'm always working, always. My mind never settles down. Like once I get off my job, I'm working music, right? And so once the music is over, it takes me an hour to 2 hours to wind down, to like let my mind rest because it's like constantly going.
Okay, so what do you have your degrees in?
So, okay, I have three. I have an associate's in biology. I have a bachelor's in general studies, and I have a master's in communication and training. And I am in my first chapter of my dissertation for my doctorate. But I couldn't do my doctorate and music and my job. It's too much, just too much for me to like to juggle. I tried,
So
so I
I'm
stepped
gonna
out.
share something. So my daughter, her doctorate,
She got it. She's working on it.
she's working. She's, I mean, ambitious, ambitious. Y'all are
That's a
very
Virgo.
ambitious. Yes,
It's true.
very ambitious.
And here's the thing with me, Missy, I do things, I like set really ridiculous goals just to see if I can achieve them or attain them. I mean, there's nothing that I'm going to do with a doctorate degree. It just have it. I don't even know. I think my other degrees are under my house somewhere. I don't even know where they are. They ain't up on the walls because who needs to know that? You know what I'm saying? I don't really, it's like I just do it to have it done. Okay, I did that. Okay, let me see what I can do. Let me do this over here. That's how I am.
Okay,
It's
so
a challenge.
interesting question. Looking at Raja Nee in 1994 and now, what's the difference?
She's a grown woman.
I
She
like
was a
that
grown
answer.
woman then. See, people don't know how old I was. I was
Mm-hmm.
a lot older than people think.
Mm-hmm.
I'll leave it at that.
Okay.
So I was I developed Rajane. Let me tell you how she came to be, because she is a totally different person than who I am.
Okay.
Um, I was listening to Shabba Ranks and Maxi Priest, House Call,
Mm-hmm.
and I was like, this is me again. This is how I think. I was like, what if I could sing and chant like Shabba Ranks and create this character who could do both? And that's how
Mm-hmm.
Rajane came to be. So I started practicing patois. I actually got a dialect coach. I got a Jamaican dialect coach to make sure that I was pronouncing the words correctly. I immersed myself into the Jamaican culture, which I love anyway. Love it, love it, love it. So it was like I just wanted to be authentic. And that Hot and Ready album is very slack because at that time, that's what I was listening to.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
I just kind of like took on their culture and just I wanted to just do it the best that I could do it, because like the Jamaicans will roast you if you're not good, and they will tear your head off and kick it down the street. So I just wanted to do a good job and just make people like what I was doing.
Wow. I mean,
But it was
you talk,
before its time.
wow, talk about really putting in the work.
That's me. I'm going to anything that I do, I'm gonna give it 110%, no matter what it is. I'm
Okay.
not a slacker, and I don't do slack. I don't. You should know that from your daughter.
Yes, I do. She is not. She is not a slacker. She
Mhm.
works really, really hard. So yes, if you are August 26th, yes, I know you. I feel we're kindred spirits.
Absolutely, absolutely, because you already know who I am, because I promise you I'm exactly like that.
She's definitely a hustler. Definitely a hustler.
Bona fide.
Bona fide hustler.
I
That's why I
get it.
said, how many jobs do you have?
I get it. I
And will
get it.
definitely try to perfect it. So I'm gonna ask because bitchism, where'd that come from?
True story. So, um, each of those little verses that you hear in that song is
Mhm.
about somebody. Those are all true stories. Mr. Jamaican, well fat page, all of those stories that I'm talking about. So what I'm saying in essence is kiss me where the sun don't shine and eat my. That's what I'm telling you to do. When I say
Right.
lick up my bitchism, that's what that means.
Mm-hmm. Okay. All right. So
True
yes,
stories.
yes, you were definitely submerged in the culture.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I wasn't playing around. I was coming with it. Yeah, that's a true story though.
All right. So you gave up your career for your mom, found some other things to do that really kind of just like, okay, I'm here. You um started back in the business and then you decided to do neo soul.
Yeah, I just was doing me. I mean,
Okay.
I just was doing what felt good to me. Like I love soul music. See, I'm from the old school. I'm from the Arethas. I'm from the James Browns. I'm from the Marvin Gayes. I'm from the Gladys Knights. I'm Shaka. I'm from that era. So
Hmm.
I wanted to create something that felt good to me that I loved, and it just happened to fall into that category.
Wow. And I saw where you did some recording with James Brown.
I did through Auto
Okay.
and Cherokee. They produced. That's a funny story. They produced a song for him. They did the remix, and they were like, "Come on, we're gonna get you on this remix with James Brown." So I was just doing ad libs and backgrounds. But let me tell you, his producer was like, "This is not a Runaway record. This is a James Brown record." Because I was singing all over that thing. I was like, "I'm singing all over this thing. I'm with James Brown." But
Uh-huh.
yeah, they pulled me out a lot because I was all over the place. I was like, I'm having fun, but he was like, yeah, this is not your record. This is. I was like, I got it. I know it's the Godfather's record.
Okay. And you also did some work with Low Key and Solo.
Solo sang on one of my songs called "Take Your Time," and then Low Key asked me to sing on one of their records, "Play with Me," and I did some work with the Shy Lights.
Okay. Okay. So you got a nice little repertoire there. And so what's next? You got your new project out. What are we going to do with that?
So that, ooh, Missy, let me tell you, that
Come get
in
this love.
itself, yeah, man, that song right
Hmm.
there. I mean, I knew the song was a good record. I told them after everybody did their parts. My pastor actually wrote that song. We co-wrote together.
Hmm.
That's a whole funny story too
Hmm.
about that song. But um, that song, I had no idea that it was going to take off the way that it did.
Hmm.
No clue, no idea, just grateful. All I can say, I'm grateful to God. I mean, when I was working on my project, God kept slamming me into walls,
Hmm.
for real, into all these brick walls. I tell the story about producers running with my money, engineers running with my money, a lot of money. um, just everything that could go wrong went wrong. The very last thing that happened to me was okay. So I started working with another producer that I loved. His name is Sure Will Clark. He passed away in December. So that was a huge blow, because he was going to pick up my project and finish it. And then I said, okay, God, okay, I got it. I got it. he didn't want anybody else on the project with me. He didn't want me to be signed to anybody because he wanted all the glory. You see? So I said, okay, as soon as I moved everybody out the way that he wanted out the way, he took that song to #1 in the UK. He took it to #1.
And it's on the US charts as well.
It just started hitting the US charts, and I'm
Yes.
like so grateful. You, Marvin Mack, Woo Bear, you know,
See, I don't know him
Key,
by Woo. I see that and I can't call him Woo.
James,
I can't
James,
call
James Key Jam. I
I
mean,
can't call
Gary.
him
It's
Woo
so,
Bear.
yeah. I mean, I'm grateful to you all. I mean, it's finally hitting over here. You
Mm-hmm.
know, I'm so grateful. I cannot tell you how grateful I am. But you know, as it relates to the entire project, my entire CD, it's being mixed and mastered. It's supposed to come out in May, and then my engineer passes away
Wow.
with all my material, with
Wow.
all my masters, with my everything. He has all my stuff. My brother Wilfred Felix, who played on the song with John the Saint and I, he's trying to retrieve my music so that I can finish getting it mixed and mastered and get it out for the people. But me being the person that I am, I always have one up my sleeve, actually one up both my sleeves. So I have like 3 songs in the can ready to come out, but
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to bump Come Get This Love because it's, you know, it's just starting to pick up over here in the US, but I have another song that's ready to go, video, everything ready to go. And just shot
Wow.
another video for another song Tuesday. That'll be ready soon.
Well, hey, hey, you a hustler. I know you already got it together.
I'm working on it.
I'm a
I'm working on
hustler.
it.
I'm a hustler.
I'm
You
working on it.
already
I
got it
am.
together. And it's just it's really refreshing to hear, even though adversity came your way, that it didn't stop you.
A lot of it. A lot of it. You have to have thick skin
Mm-hmm.
to be in the music industry. You have to believe in yourself. You know what
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying? 'Cause you got people coming from all sides with opinions and I think. What do you say, God? What you tell me to do? I don't care what y'all think and what y'all say. I'm going with what he says.
Mm-hmm.
He's first and foremost.
So are you thinking about doing some gospel projects as well?
I actually, so on my EP that I think I did it in 18. I have 2 gospel songs on there. I'm gonna have to
Okay.
get it to you. I'm gonna make sure that you get a
Okay.
copy of it.
All
Yeah.
right.
And I work
Is
with a
that
gospel group. I work with some guys, a male gospel group that they're phenomenal.
mm-hmm.
I produced a song for them and directed their video.
So again,
And
you got a lot of stuff going on.
yeah, it's fun though. It's
I mean,
fun.
yeah. But it's like it's like here you are. You're like, I'm this person who don't like being around people, but you got all these things going on.
It's not that I don't like being around people. I just like sometimes because I think with me being around people a lot, I need that space to kind of like regroup and
Mm-hmm.
figure out what's next. That's the
Because
only
you
thing that
give
I use that
because you
space for.
give so much of yourself.
And I need that space to like
Mm-hmm.
pull some of it back. But yeah, it's fun, Missy. I love it. It's fun.
Okay, so let's talk about this project.
Okay.
Come get this love. Come on, baby, come get
Yes,
this
ma'am.
love.
Now.
So you got this project, like you said, it went to #1 on the UK. It's moving up the urban influencer chart, getting out there to the DJs. Because it's like, you know, I have to admit, I think here we are kind of slow to move our own music. But
We
the
are.
UK, you send them something and they eat it up.
They're
They're
on
gonna
it. They
snap it up.
really are.
They're gonna snap it up.
And support and support and support. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
the amount of support that I received for this record was unbelievable. I'm telling you, I'm really humble. I mean, sometimes I find myself crying. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm so grateful. People really don't understand
Mm-hmm.
what it means to me when you play my record or when you ask me for an interview, I don't take it for granted because you don't have to. I'm about to start
Right.
crying now. Hold on. I'm so silly. But I mean, seriously,
No,
people
let go with the
they
flow. Go
don't
with the flow.
get
Let it
it.
move.
They just don't get it. I mean, there are so many artists that want to be in your position. They don't ever get the opportunity. I'm never going to take it for granted.
You better
Never.
preach. You better
Because it's
preach.
not promised. I'm never going to take it for granted.
Wow.
I'm
So,
grateful.
so for the younger people coming up, now you're independent. You talked about the disdain you had for the music industry, and I have friends that are always talking about how women are treated in music. So here it is, 2021, the year of the woman. What kind of advice would you give to women?
So let me tell you, and you're gonna keep hearing me like revert back to spirituality and things like that.
No, go ahead.
I
We're fine.
I had I had a conversation with a mutual friend of mine and Wilfred Freelix. His name is Mike. Wilfred introduced me to him, and he taught me something in the Bible that I didn't know anything about. He called me a Deborah. You
Hmm.
need to check her out.
Okay.
She was a she was a judge, the only female judge, and she led men, not just any kind of man, but powerful men that were in positions of power.
Mm-hmm.
And she had a right hand man named Barack,
Okay.
and and he was a warrior. And so she was trying to send him out to war, and he was like, "I'm not going unless you go with me." So she went out to war with him, and she said, "Okay, I'm gonna go, but you're not gonna get the glory." And he was like, "That's okay. I'm only interested in the win." And I say all of that to say is that as a woman, you have to know who you are, because when you step into a room full of men, like I have to do, and work with men, they have to know who you are. They gonna know who I am, because I'm gonna make my presence known. You know what I'm saying? I respect everybody and I expect the same in return. With these young females that are trying to make it in the music industry, you don't have to use your body to get nothing that you want. I ain't never did that in my entire career. And I was with two of the top producers on the planet. You don't have to do that. You don't have to be naked. You don't have to be. You don't have to curse. You don't have to. You don't have to be a bitch. You don't have to be a hoe. You don't have to be none of those things and still be successful. I'm just saying.
Amen. Amen. I believe that. So your song, your next project, well, you got 3 in the can waiting
I do. I
to come out, to bust
do.
out.
Yeah, I do. I
You
do.
got 3 in the can. So I always ask people, what is your top 3 in your playlist?
Um, Joe,
I like him.
anything by Joe,
Mm-hmm.
anything by Charlie Wilson,
Okay.
and anything by the Isley Brothers.
Okay. All right. Very
I'm
soulful.
old school. I told you I'm old
Very
school all day
soulful.
long.
So
Yeah.
what about concerts and other stuff? What does that look like for you?
Right now, because I'm still trying to finish my project and Corona is finally settling down, I've been asked to come to come to New York to do something. I don't know. I have to wait to see how that pans out. I'm hoping I can get to the UK, and I'm hoping I can do some things over here. I'm hoping.
Okay. All right. So
Oh, and I'm going on tour with the Shy Lights. I forgot. I'm going on a tour with the Shy Lights. They're bringing me back in as their opening act. I used to open for them, so they're bringing me back. Marshall is getting a
impressive.
star. Yeah, he's getting a
And
star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame in September. So I'll be out there for that. And then we're supposed to take off and start touring.
okay, so are you going to do some of your original stuff from back
Oh,
then?
absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Okay.
I always start my shows off with something that's familiar. I love Shaka Khan, Ain't Nobody. That's normally how I start my shows, just so people can know, okay, this is who I am. And then I do my own stuff. Because by Shaka Khan, I'm like, okay, I can do a little bit of Shaka, and then I can do my own thing.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And you can find me anywhere on social media. All you have to do is Google Raja Nee 1212, and you'll find me on Twitter. You'll find me on Facebook, Instagram, everywhere, Spotify, music platforms, just Raja Nee 1212.
All right. And I was going to ask you, what was it like working with
Chandler Lewis,
yes.
amazing. Amazing. I learned a whole lot. My work ethic, the way that I think, the way that I move in business, I learned from Jimmy and Terry by watching them. I mean, they are not only are they phenomenal producers, but they're just phenomenal people. You know what I'm saying? They're just good people. And you
That's awesome. I
learn.
mean, with that, I mean, you sold me when I saw. I was like, she worked with Janet Jackson people.
Absolutely,
She worked
absolutely.
Control.
Yep, I met her too, and I didn't even know who she was.
I love that. That's the one person when I put on my wish list of the people who I want to meet is Janet Jackson.
She's very sweet. She's sweet.
That's all. So, okay. So, and I know I'm supposed to be wrapping it up, but another question, if you had your wish band to put together, who would be in your wish band? They can be dead or alive.
Prince on guitar. I like Joe plays guitar also. So I'd have Prince on rhythm. Now the other
Okay.
way. I put Joe on rhythm. Man, I forgot about Carlos. Drummer. So this drummer, he plays for Lionel Richie.
Mm-hmm.
He's a good drummer. I take his drummer because he's good. His name is Oscar Seaton. That's him.
Okay.
Who am I missing? Bass player. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know about bass player. Otley Reed on horn or Tony Exum. Either one of those guys.
Okay.
They're like amazing. And keyboards, I would have to say my MD, who was my musical director for 41 years.
Mm-hmm.
I'm aging myself, but for 41 years, he passed away a few years ago. So there was no one better than him. Or Will. Sure, Will was bad too. I can't take that away from him. They're both deceased, but yeah, either one of those guys, it would be on and cracking.
Wow.
Maybe
That
one of the
sounds
Johnson brothers for bass. One of the brothers Johnson. That would be nasty. That would be a nasty band.
Mm-hmm. All right. Well, it has been a pleasure talking
The
with
same.
you. Thank
It
you
went by
for
so fast.
Thank you for sharing. We've been doing this for like 30 minutes.
Wow. That was fast.
It was. See, I make interviews easy.
Oh, it was so easy. So
I make it
easy.
so easy. But I want to thank you for being a part of the Urban Influencer Radio. We appreciate you. And ladies and gentlemen, please make sure you go and follow all of or the Urban Influencer Radio on all of their social media platforms. Click like, share, check out our past interviews, enjoy this one, put a comment down on the bottom. And then you can also follow your girl, Missy E Party Doll, on Facebook, Missy E Johnson. On Instagram, I'm Missy Party Doll. And on Twitter, I am Missy E Party Doll. It has been a pleasure. Thank you all, and have an amazing evening.
It's driving Yo, get it's what I better do. True, I'ma set it too. Never picked a better day to be a better you. I got a crew of the solo when they rollin'. My story's like a mystery and this'll be my moment. Found the hardest truth in life is that the truth ain't told. Find myself between the lines of what I write and ain't fold. I'm a problem child, face a lot of karma waiting. Killing the drama that could harbor Satan. Saying nothing to me, so I'm truly unapologetic. First I get a little sound, then I start to set it. Still an up and comer, playing to the rhythm of the drummer. Dumb and Dumber in the trunk, we got another summer. I got the funk from the California coastline, from a place that I'm hanging up the haze from a clothesline. I'm like a ghost when I post before showtime. Adios, make a toast and I close mine. Get it's what I better do. True, I'ma set it too. Never picked a better day to be a better you. I got a crew of the solo when they rollin'. My story's like a mystery and this'll be my moment. If the world turns their back, then I'm up against the wall. I ain't falling, I follow the call. I hear voices, I make choices, decide outcomes. Things I say about me, people thinks about them. I'm out for nothing new, the sun already made it all. I played the wall long enough, it's hard to say it all. Simply to state it best, I've been tested. A couple left their marks, a couple left impressions. I hit the session at the top of the morn. My chord progression go directions that are not for the norm. I like to do old tricks and be about it, not doubt it. And when I hit send, I'm done, not rerouted. Up in a cloud of smoke, till it fade, then about to approach. I save the roach, rainy days upon us, and say the most, saying that we honest. Feelings that are never left, everyday dealings. Demons don't sleep, never rest. Nevertheless, just the greatest sign. Hit the stage, say the rhyme, that's a state of mind. Get it's what I better do. True, I'ma set it too. Never picked a better day to be a better you. I got a crew of the solo when they rollin'. My story's like a mystery and this'll be my moment.
Hello, hello, everybody. It is your girl, Yolanda D. Welcome to the Urban Influencer Radio Interview, the #1 platform for breaking indie music. And speaking of indie, I got a young brother right here that I'm already falling in love with. So I know the ladies are going to be going crazy for you. JJ Finnesser, is that the correct way of pronouncing your name? Finnesser?
Yes, JJ Finnesser.
Vanessa, I love it. I love the vibe. I love the look. Where are you from?
Born and raised in Santa Clara, California.
Okay.
Right next to the 49ers stadium. Right next to there.
Oh wow. Oh wow.
Yeah.
Did they influence you on, as far as sports, or you just always felt the music in?
As for me, I think being from Santa Clara, it's a privilege, to be where I'm from, doing music, and as it pertains to sports, there's like a certain spirit to a hometown. So there's a certain spirit to it.
Okay. What's your ethnicity? You got a little accent. What's your parentage, your lineage?
Yes. Do you have a guess? Yes.
Okay. Okay. It sounds like you got a little either Caribbean or Hispanic in you.
I'm full Ilocano, which is Filipino, but from the island of Ilocos, Ilocano.
Okay, that's
Yeah.
Also, you get to eat that lumpia and see something. I know about that stuff. My bestie is Filipino, so yes, I know about the food, the lumpia. So all right.
Yeah.
But again, I do love your vibe. So tell us a little bit about JJ Finnesser. How long you been in the music game?
Yeah, so I began this journey in the summer of 2013. I began it with my producer, who I still work with, Jerry. And I've been in the game now 8 years.
Okay.
8 years. 2013 is when I started recording. my album Knowledge, and then it came out in 2014. Dropped another album in 2000 and recorded it in 2018. Came out 2019, and then we have Classic OG right here. So I remember the first song that I made is titled "I'm in Vogue."
Okay.
I'm in Vogue. So I guess you could say this is I'm in Vogue, like pretty much.
You know, what inspired you to get into music? Who inspired you?
I want to say, well, let me rephrase that. I have to say, my parents, specifically my dad. He's the one that put me onto real hip hop. So Diggable Planets, Tribe Called Quest. He had all of the albums, Grand Poobah. Okay. So when I first heard it, I just started freestyling. And I remember my parents coming into my room while I was freestyling. And I vividly remember that moment because that's how I feel right now. Like I've always wanted to be, I've always wanted to be an MC ever since I was young. I always had that charisma. I would perform at my grandparents' anniversary. I would just perform, and I had that kind of spirit and charisma always. So I just translated it into who I am now. I created this.
Wow. Okay. So if you came out the womb, you already knew what you wanted to do.
Yes, absolutely. They say that success is the progressive realization of a worthy ideal. And this is who I am right now. I created this ever since I was young. I've always had that depth of vision.
Okay, that's what I'm talking about. So,
thank you.
I mean, other than the music business, you're into a lot of other things as well. Tell us about that.
Yes. So first and foremost, I'm an MC. That's first and foremost. I love creating. I mean, I'm here to create, whether it's music, whether it's businesses, but I just love creating. When it comes to money, like I learned about the Federal Reserve System. I actually graduated from Santa Clara University business school. So I've always had a background in business. You know, my parents had a clothing business. So I've always been business oriented and investing. And as it pertains to real estate, my grandparents have been investing since the 70s. My great grandparents, the reason they came to Santa Clara is because my great grandfather's brother was a real estate agent, a real estate broker.
Okay.
So I've always had that background. So I'm always just looking to invest, create more. So real estate, cryptocurrency, just learning about the monetary system, and then just understanding, okay, they never taught us this in school. They never taught us that in school, but it's, I'm just very passionate about it. Just the gusto.
It's so awesome, JJ, because I wish that, you guys have a bigger opportunity than I did going to school. I mean, if you went to school, you learned your ABCs, you learned, just basically how to read and write and do some arithmetic, some geometry and trigonometry, things that we probably will never use, but the things that you have learned, I mean, especially from your grandparents, your great-grandparents, okay, that's legacy right there. Now, you put that together with some knowledge, some book knowledge like crypto and things like that.
Yes.
Wow. You have created a whole nother dynasty, a whole nother legacy right there.
Yes. Yes, I am. You could even say I created my own, I own multiple businesses and I run multiple businesses. The most important though is my publishing business, which is where on my records you see J Narciso Franchises. It's a namesake for me. It's a legacy. My sons, my grandsons, the future generations, they'll always look at me like he's the one that made Narciso a household, kind of name. Like, hey, that's because of him.
Mm-hmm. That's right.
Yeah.
What you got from your lineage, now you're creating more for yours for the future.
Yes.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
I'm proud of you, young man.
Thank you, Yolanda. Thank you for having me.
Because that makes me feel good because you always hear the other side of young people, but now it's meeting young man like you, and you're looking the future. My kids, my grandkids, that's awesome. That is awesome. And in your music, do you try
Very, very classic, timeless. That's my style right there. One of a kind, unique. You know, the opposite of courage in our society is not cowardice, it is conformity. My music is one of a kind, it's unique, and that's why I love it. I'm just obsessed with music. I'm obsessed with JJ Finnesser. I'm obsessed, like, just creating music. So this next album that I'm having with our producer, Jerry, I'm including all of this content, all of this, who I am right now, I'm including it into the music, because the music's a time capsule. The music's a time capsule. So much is, I recorded Classic OG in 2020 and this 2021 now. So I'm just creating this content and I'm really excited for this next album.
So you're like, I'm creating this. That's awesome. So do you produce as well or you just write?
I rap, I songwrite. I leave all that. I'm so thankful to be working with Jerry, and I've been working with him for 8 years now. He's my business partner. We have this relationship, so that's why it works, because I can just focus on songwriting and my artistry, and then Jerry he's the master of it, so it just makes sense. It's like, yeah, I have him, therefore I'm able to multiply my work, do it more efficient, working smarter. I'm going to learn to produce later, but for right now, I'm very, very focused on the objective and the goals that I have when it comes to making music. And as it pertains to songwriting, every second counts. Every second counts on a song. There is no wasted motion. There is no wasted anything. Everything is efficient and everything is concise for a reason.
Wow. You have me speechless. I have, the last young person that I spoke to that was so obsessed with their music and saw their future was Usher. I mean, he's a singer and you're a rapper, but the mindset, it's like I'm talking to a young Usher, just because he used to come and hang out with me at the radio station in Miami, and I got to really talk to him, like, this is before podcasts and stuff like that, but just listening to you, I hear that enthusiasm. So, I wanna see you blow up and just do it just on the strength of, because that's what I told him. Because I'm not gonna make it shoot. Don't act like you don't know me when you do.
Hey.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Thank you, Yolanda. Thank you so much for that compliment. It's happening right now. It's happening.
I can tell.
We don't need it, honestly. And this is a nugget. We don't need to know the how. All we have to do is believe. We don't need to know the how. God will present the how at the right time. Everything always works out perfectly. God will produce the how at the right time. Don't even worry about the how. Just move forward with the right thinking, the right planning. You can't be inactive. You can't be stagnant when it comes to this. You have to make a decision and go for it. Don't worry about the how. Just go. This one step forward. Just the next step. That's it. The overarching goal, right? It's just literally one step ahead. Whatever is in the right now that you can do it. You don't have, people get stuck on the how. You don't need to know how, and they don't do anything. But it's just literally like it's faith, and most importantly, self-confidence and faith in yourself.
That's right.
There is no outside source that is affecting. No, it's literally it's me. It's me versus me. That's it. Can't blame anyone. You have to take 100% responsibility for everything. We create everything. Take 100% responsibility and just do it. Make a decision, do it.
Do it. Nike came up with that slogan for a reason. Just do it. And the ones who do it, those are the ones who make it. The ones who sit around, like you said, and ask, how do I do this? They're still stuck on how.
Just do it now.
Yeah. Do it. So tell us about this project. Are you excited about it? Jerry's doing some great production on it. I saw the video, perfect match. I was like, wow, this is dope. This is so dope. So tell us about the project.
I started recording Classic OG in 2018 when I was homeless for 3 months. I was homeless for 3 months in October to December of 2018. That's when I began recording Classic OG. So to see who I've become in this process is absolutely phenomenal. I'm so thankful for this. And me being homeless, that was just an opportunity. That's all it was. It's neither good nor bad. It was an opportunity. I created it, so I changed it. I took 100% responsibility for being homeless, and I changed it. Because it's like, that's what I don't want. This is what I do want. I'm just going to focus on what I want. Because living homeless for I don't, never. I created that experience. Let me change it now. And we have who I am right now.
Wow. And that's going to reflect in your music on your project, correct?
That experience, it's kind of the overarching theme of it. When I began recording it till now, so much has happened in my life. Like my great grandparents passed away. My other great grandmother passed away. And I grew up with my great grandparents. I lived with them till I was 8. So to be the first great grandchild, the first one, the only one born in the same century as them, to live with them is an experience. It's an experience.
I'm sitting here because I know there's going to be a book after this. After it's all said and done, I can already feel there's a book. I mean, you finished college, you've been homeless, you own businesses, and you got your music thing going. Wow, you've accomplished a young life.
Yes, I think about it now. So my 5-year college reunion's coming up. Maxwell Reunion, great song. Maxwell Reunion, great song. But my 5-year college reunion is coming up. So I'm looking at it as a timestamp. Like, this is who I became within the 5 years. Well, let's elevate. Let's make the next 5 years even that much better. So it's just forward progress always. Like the best running backs, just forward progress. Keep moving forward. Focus.
Well, I gotta tell you,
Focus.
For the past 5 years, and the people, obviously you keep yourself with positive people, because you have a tendency of running with the wrong crowd. That'll keep you like, man, what are you trying to do over there? But obviously you're a smart young man, and you're around people that see your vision and help you create. That's a good thing. Why did you get to a point where you found people like that to be in your life, to be in your space?
Yes, I'm very thankful to have learned that 5 years from now, your average income will be the average of your 5 closest friends. So I said, oh man, I better go find some new friends. Like, and that's not saying, but it's like, I want to surround myself with winners. That's what I want. I want to surround myself with the people who are go-getters. They just do it, So it's all about, so I changed myself. That's what Classic OG is about. I essentially became a classic OG, like a master of the fundamentals. So everything is just, that's why the music's so great, because it just resembles who I am right now. It's authentic. That's why I write all my rhymes in blue pen in a notebook, everything. I don't go to the studio and I don't look at my phone to rap. Like, it's in my unconscious competence mindset already. Like, I'm serious about this. This is my profession. This is who I am. I take it very seriously. I take this rap game very seriously. KRS-One, Big L, Rakim, I take it seriously. The real MCs, it's like oh man, it's like the last Jedis. I take it seriously. I'm representing for them. I learned from the best. Rakim never used any curse words. Rakim never swore, no profanity. Like KRS-One teaches.
That's one of my favorite rappers right there, Rakim. For real. Out of all, I love Biggie. I love, New York, so got that East Coast thing going. But I love Rakim because he's authentic.
Yes, the 18th letter. Remember that? I love that. It's so good.
Yeah, absolutely. So now I can see the correlation. I can see how grab Cuba, all those like you said, your dad introduced you to digital planets. And, I see that's what I see in you.
Thank you.
So tell us about the single Perfect Match. I mean, it kind
Yes.
of got a little R&B hip hop vibe to it. Tell us a little bit about that.
Absolutely. Perfect Match is about the light. Perfect Match is about the light in a time of darkness. Perfect Match is literally about the light. It's about, when I was homeless, there was like, what am I living for? That's what I was thinking when I was homeless. What am I living for? And I remember when I first met who Perfect Match is about. I remember that feeling. And through those times, I met her at a very low point in my life. I don't drink alcohol. I stopped drinking alcohol in 2017 because I got a 0.23 DUI in college. And that's when I met her. So there's like a correlation, like a pattern where, so when there's darkness, like she's the light. So this is an authentic song. Check this out. Yolanda, I made her a mixtape on a CD back when we were in college, a mixtape, like an actual it's classic OG right there. They don't do that. They don't even have CD players in cars. I literally made her a mixtape.
Okay.
It's like, hey, make her a song. Perfect Match. All right.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. How I met her, the whole story is detailed in that song.
Okay.
Yes.
And who is her?
It's this woman that I met. It's this woman that I met when we were in college.
Okay.
We went on a date in college and we were neighbors. She's brown sugar. Put it that way, right?
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay. And you wrote, wow, Perfect Match.
Yes.
Okay. When's the project coming out?
2021, 2022 area, around there. At the right time, it'll come out. Right now, Jerry and I are working relentlessly. We're not rushing anything. Everything will come at the right time for us. So we're just gonna gauge the temperament with the way that classic OG is going right now. Perfect Match is on the radio. I'm like, wow. I showed my family. I say, hey, look, Perfect Match is on the radio. It's all like in Memphis and LA, Miami. They're like, is it coming to the Bay Area soon? I'm like, yeah. It's coming. I don't know when. I don't know how, but it's coming.
Well, see, that's what influences are about. So we can start getting the word out, getting the song out, again, people getting it on the charts, and just let people know that you are doing. So, kudos for you and your partner going this route. I wish a lot of artists would do that because I came from commercial radio, but I wouldn't have known about you. You know what I'm saying? That's why I encourage a lot of artists like yourself, stop by the urban influencers because y'all, things happen for people like you. So I feel very blessed, that I got the opportunity of speaking to you and turning you on to my audience as well because wow, you got a lot to say musically and mindset, man. Not just the music, but the mind, the business, and all that you're doing. I wish you the best of luck because you're gonna be around for a minute.
Thank you.
And I'm looking forward. And I'm like, I know him. I know him.
Yes, I'm saying the urban influencers.
The urban influencers. Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
So,
thank you for the help. Thank you so much. It's such a great feeling to print out the charts and just highlight, like, oh, I'm on the charts, I'm charting. Let's go. And the thing about radio, don't reinvent the wheel, just spin it. When you hear it through commercial radio, it's like it's a credibility thing. That's how everybody got on the radio. So
that's right. So when you start in like the urban influence, you start in those charts, you have look what I'm doing. Look how my record is really getting out there. So that makes it all the better. So I wish you the best. I know you're gonna do so well. Looking forward to seeing where your career takes you because I think it's gonna be huge, just huge. And I'm
Thank you.
I knew that brother, JJ.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you. Thank you.
And good luck to you, though. I think, I'm looking forward. Not that I think I know big things are ahead of you.
Thank you, Yolanda. I'm truly appreciative, grateful. Thank you for this opportunity and for this platform and for supporting the music. As always, I hope that my listeners prosper when they listen to JJ Finnesser's music.
Absolutely, absolutely. It's been a blessing for me as well. JJ Finnesser, Urban Influencers. Keep it up, man. Keep up.
Thank you.
Always follow your heart. This for hip hop. Take it back 5 years, baby girl, met you at a day party 2014, Santa Clara, you the better shawty. Red starter, had Franny jersey, yeah, I had it going from the jump. Baby girl, homeboy, you been knowing you was different from the rest. Truly, one of a kind of true cipher. Saw eyes with the most beautiful mind. Left your lipstick on my cheek and I thought that was the prize. Till you kissed me on a day, gave me the kiss of life, and that's just life. Pick my spirits up from that DUI, R&B mixtape, flowers on the Valentines. You were bona fide hustler, yeah, I love your grind. Met you back when you was 20, now you way more fine, believe that. Now you 25, grown up poppin', island hopping, finna get your booty dropping. I'm your one and only option, done leaving pop prints. Queen gotta get a crown, King J Finnesser Queen, yeah, H-Town. Said I've been, already am, unforgettable. My mark on your heart, Finnesser forever indelible. She playing hard to get with them calls and the DOS effects. Lyrical genius, alpha dog, it ain't nothing less. See it makes sense, always had a sixth sense. See desire and faith, my passion been intense for that luxury living. Fast whipping, you the finest woman. Juice been what we sipping, party cracking cause the chance be winning. I said the chance be winning. Baby girl, yeah, we always winning. For real, it's just how we living. Penthouse chillin'. Really was going on, really was popping up. Finna pop my drop top off, where we dipping off. Finesse getting off, finesse on a roll. Finesse being got filet on a finger roll. She humming Figaro, cause I made her curl her toes. Lifetime guarantee, had to let her know. Finesse be my flow, I been got it though. Olympic sprinting, Usain, St. Leo Bowe. My blood ice cold, eternal mamba mode. Showstopper, whole squad, never going broke. My business grown folk, send you supply to hope. JJ Finnesser, BBD, bro, my song is dope. Said I'm curveball, Cliff Mack and hanging. Y'all jumping on every pump faking. That's that World Series MVP, the Edgar Renteria. I just go to church, man, I sing the Ave Maria. What's up, Miss Nia? H-Town. JJ Finnesser, Westside get money.
We can run away, baby. Yeah, it's me and you. All you gotta do is pick a place, baby. Yeah, we can skip town, baby. Yeah, let them say what they want about us when we're not around, baby. Let's run away, let's run away, let's run away, let's run away. Run away, let's run away, let's run away, let's run away. Run away, let's run away, let's run away, let's run away. Yeah, probably need a vacation, so we can run away, baby. It's 2 a.m. and let me pull you up. Whatever I'm on, it ain't enough. No, 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 no. You say you love the way we fuck. When I'm done, you might just fall in love. I'm so glad that you made it. We can vibe anytime, you just pick the location. Know you're getting impatient, know you need sensation. Licking grind down your spine, love the way that you take it. I'm just saying, we can run away, baby. Yeah, it's me and you, all you gotta do is pick a place, baby. Yeah, we can skip town, baby. Yeah, let them say what they want about us when we're not around, baby. Let's run away, let's run away, let's run away, let's run away. Run away, let's run away, let's run away, let's run away. Run away, let's run away, let's run away, let's run away. Yeah, probably need a vacation, so we can run away, baby. Don't know what to say, baby. We can run away, let the summer fade, hoping you can stay, baby. Skin two-tone, being too long, we need privacy, baby. Leave your phone alone, we ain't going home, all these flights that we taking. We got sex to see, baby. I'm so glad that you made it. We can vibe anytime, you just pick the location. Know you're getting impatient, know you need sensation. Licking grind down your spine, love the way that you take it. I'm just saying, we can run away, baby. Yeah, it's me and you, all you gotta do is pick a place, baby. Yeah, we can skip town, baby. Yeah, let them say what they want about us when we're not around, baby. Let's run away, let's run away, let's run away, let's run away. Run away, let's run away, let's run away, let's run away. Run away, let's run away, let's run away, let's run away. Yeah, probably need a vacation, so we can run away, baby.
I can hear it in the crackle of a bonfire, and I can hear it in the middle of the ocean water. Oh, I just can't explain, but it makes me wanna cry. And I can hear it when the rain falls on my windowsill, on a playground where children's laughter lives. Oh, I can't explain, but it makes me wanna cry. And I can hear it in the busy New York City streets, and I can hear it in the country Georgia fields of green. Oh, I can't explain, no, but it makes me wanna cry. Sounds like grandmama telling you where you come from. Said it's kinda like laughter out of the mouths of your loved ones, or catching up with an old friend, reminiscing on back when. It's like a summertime sprinkler, street side with my ice cream cone. Said it sounds like a choir singing hymns, hallelujah. It's the voice of God. Yeah. It can make a grown man cry. And I can hear it on the wind of an early morning, when the fog is getting thick and the birds are chirping. Oh, it's just something I can't explain, no, but it makes me wanna cry. And I can hear it in the hush of a midnight hour, when I'm alone in my room if I'm going under. Oh, I just can't explain, no, but it brings me back to life. It's like the sound of a newborn baby crying, hey, like the final breath of a loved one passing. Oh, it's a beautiful thing, yeah, 'cause it leads me to the light. It's like a drive-through movie, small town with a big screen, like grilling out in the front yard. Sometimes it's the simple things, like storytelling with my grandpa. He was so easy to believe, like when the sun goes up, yeah. Sometimes it's better when the sun comes down, 'cause there's just something about the moonlight, and it can make you feel alright. Oh, it's the voice of God, and it can make a grown man cry. Yet again, it's the voice of God. can make a grown man cry.
Voice of God is the voice of God. Voice of God is the voice of God. If you listen, you will hear Him. Voice of God is the voice of God. In the question, He's the answer. Voice of God is the voice of God. Just like my daddy, he always taught me. Voice of God. Yes, it is. It's the voice of God.
I remember that day when he called my name. Nothing was the same because of the voice. Yeah, and everything was changed. I saw myself in a different way because of before there were so many noises, I made so many wrong choices listening to the voice. But now I hear, yeah, and He still speaks. He still declares. It is the voice.
It's the voice of God.
Creation responds, the winds still obey the voice of God.
It's the voice of God.
Voice of God. It's the voice of God. I'm so glad I hear. Voice of God. Still hear voice of God.
The voice that created, the same voice that saved us. Oh, no other sound so precious, so precious. Voice of God. Listen, listen to the texture and the tone. Listen, listen for the kindness, for the hope. Listen, listen. It's the sound that leads you home. It's the voice of God. Oh, that still small voice inside. The voice of God. So precious. It's holy, holy, holy. It's so holy, holy, holy. So holy, holy, holy.
responds to that sound of his voice. The dead man still gets up from the ground because of his voice. Everything responds when he calls. Everything responds when he speaks. I come alive when he calls. I come alive when he speaks. Everything stands at attention. Everything stands at attention. Everything stands at attention. My Father speaks when my Daddy speaks, when my healer speaks, when my Savior speaks. Everything stands at attention.
Drowning deep, I find it hard to breathe. Every time I'm letting go, my faith in you feels like it's bigger than the stars floating in the sky. Heaven must have said you here. I want you in my life. I must be dreaming, dreaming. This is real. Ooh, pinch me, I need to know. It just gets better be dreaming.